Hello guys, so it's been a few good days since Pinhead was released on a PTB, and it turns out Pinhead is a naughty boy.
What the fuck, man?
Pinhead has a very unique power and awesome animations. I also think that he is a little bit cringe. But the real question is, how strong is he? Because if he is useless, then why the fuck would you buy him in the first place? In this video, I will tell you where Pinhead belongs on DBD Killer tier list. So this video will be quite informative. Now please do me a favor and don't be a little piece of shit. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Typically there are 5 different tiers on those DBD Killer tier lists. They go from S all the way to D. Let's start with the S tier. These are considered to be the strongest killers in the whole game. Many people put Nurse in the S tier, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I understand why they do it. And also Spirit is definitely an S tier killer. Is Pinhead as strong as the Nurse or the Spirit? No, he is definitely not superior to all of the killers below this tier, so he does not belong in the S tier. Moving down to the A tier, these killers are some of the best killers in the game. Many of them have a power which lets them to apply some sort of a map pressure. For example, Doctor or Hillbilly, these are very strong killers because it's a big advantage to be able to pressure survivors. Pinhead doesn't have it. Yes, he can teleport if he is lucky enough, but it doesn't happen that frequently. When I talk about pressure, I'm talking about map control. Many of the killers from the A tier, they can easily know where the survivors are without trying hard. Yes, there are killers that belong in the A tier and they don't really have much of a map control. For example, the Huntress. In my opinion, the Huntress belongs in the A tier because you can't really compare her to the killers in the lower tiers. Pinhead is not an A tier killer. Pinhead is, in my opinion, comparable to the killers in B tier. B tier is a tier for mediocre killers. They are not the worst killers in the game, they are not bad, but they are not the best killers in the game. They are viable in high ranks, they are good for newcomers, they are more good than bad killers, but they are not the strongest killers in the game. It sounds like Pinhead to me, but let's try moving down to C tier. C tier is for killers that are not the worst killers in the game, but they are pretty trash and they could get a lot of buffs. I think that the Trickster is in the C tier and No Killer is in the D tier, which is the worst tier in the game. And definitely Pinhead is way above C tier, so in my opinion Pinhead is in the B tier. Here you have it, Pinhead is at the moment in the B tier. Now keep in mind that Pinhead right now is on PTB, so we are just testing him and developers may change a lot about him, so it's still possible that this killer will become the worst killer in the game or he will become one of the best killers in the game. We don't know, but right at this moment as I'm making this video, I put him in B tier. Now I would like to talk about one of Pinhead's advantages and why he may go all the way up to the A tier, because it makes this killer very strong. So Pinhead is very strong because he is able to pressure survivors and slow the game down, and it's all thanks to his little box which appears in a random place, and if survivors don't pick up the box then they become chained and they can't do generators. The game is completely slowed down, and even if survivor picks up the box and he tries to configure it, you can teleport to that survivor and you can get basically a free hit. So it's a big advantage. If you are still there, don't forget to subscribe, because as soon as Pinhead comes out on the live servers, I will make a video about 5 tips for Pinhead, and if you want to play Pinhead professionally, you will definitely want to watch that video. Anyway, that was it for today's video. I'm sure that many of you will disagree with me and blame me for putting Pinhead so high or so low. It's okay, comment your opinions. I always get a lot of hate, but don't be like a fool and don't go like,
"You bitch, motherfucker,"
without any explanation. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and see you later.